parts elsewhere might be easy but not necessarily cheap. In Mexico, we have 2 points that we need to mention to understand why other countries have been focused here in Mexico. The first one is the cheap labor cost, and the second one is the low manufacturing cost. This has been very interesting because in Mexico we could develop better in according to our geographical position, which we are really close to the United States, really close to have business to Europe and Asia due to our ports. We have 13 ports right now in Mexico, and they have been very important to make trade. Also, I think it has been very potential that we got the impulse of the car industry from different brands like Volkswagen, Audi, BMW, Mazda, and some others that have been trust on us and like the way we work here. I think that if you save larger amount of time in your production for a big scale, it's gonna be better for your business. And that's why the car industry in Mexico has been very great during the last years.
Now, when talking about the automotive companies that prefer to invest in Mexico, they do not do only for the cheapest labor. There are other factors such as tariff and logistics at low cost. Uh, this is because Mexico has a competitive level of imports and exports with all the world. So the economical growth has been increasing in the cooperation and collaboration with some treaties with other nations, making deals more effective. Other relevant information is that Mexico is not just an export platform, it has a robust and growing domestic market. The Doing Business Index of the World Bank ranked Mexico as number 39 in, in the way of making business in an easy way. Also, Mexico is the eighth producer and fourth exporter of new vehicles and the fourth exporter of afterparts. What makes this type of companies like Volkswagen, Toyota, and Daimler to invest here in Mexico.
The rules of origin establish the requirements and criteria that apply and that a product must meet in order to be considered as originating of a place or zone, which determines its commercialization under free trade agreements. It is important to understand them because they allow us to know the manufacturing process and help us identify the percentage of national or foreign content in order to determine the country of origin of the merchandise. In the same way, we need to understand them because when we are importing or exporting a product, it helps us to know if it has a preferential treatment or if it enters or leaves a country without tariff barriers to trade.
What has made Guanajuato attractive to its investor is the war policy it has and that has given they the confidence to invest. They reaffirm the confidence in Guanajuato with investments and the generation of job production and above all we are talking about greater competitiveness. In addition to the investment of the automobile sector, Guanajuato has taken other types of projects such as new technology, agroindustrial, pharmaceutical, cosmetic, in the other. The policy that exists within the government of Guanajuato emphasis depends is to facilitate economic conditions for employees to create jobs. The competitive environment offered by the state to investor is a fundamental factor for the arrival of important companies to the state. The highway infrastructure allows the transfer of the merchandise from northern to south of the country, as well as from coast to coast.
In the first part of the activity, we realize how Mexico's exports and imports are mainly concentrated in the NAFTA, while the other treaties, like the Free Trade Agreement with the European Union, Israel, or Japan, are not utilized as much as they could. With our research on how competitive Mexico is in the automotive sector, we found out that we have a great potential for transformation and exports, and that we could use in a greater way our free trade agreements apart from NAFTA. Also, we learned about the global production of vehicles and how this production is distributed. And if the tendency continues for Mexico and more vehicle brands open factories in the country, the share that the Americas has on the total production of vehicles could be finally greater than Europe's share. Also, we deeply learned about the rules of origin that Mexico has in its different free trade agreements, as well as the importance of having these rules in order to regulate trade and how tariffs are applied for different products in diverse manufacturing components. In general, we mainly learned about how the rules of origin play a very important role on trade regulation in Mexico's free trade agreements, and how the automotive industry works inside our country, having a great potential for growth.